What's up, guys? Welcome back to channel. In this episode, a man brings rare painting to pawn shop.
This is the earliest known painting by Enger Kaus. I took a risk when I purchased the painting online.
Rick talks about some interesting facts related to the Enger Kaus painting.
He was a really famous American painter. He did all the calendars for the Santa Fe Railroad. Mind if I pick it up?
Oh, no, not at all.
Rick looks at the painting and asks some questions to the owner.
Why do you think Kaus did this? His paintings don't look anything like this.
Foremost expert on Kaus paintings. She invited me out to Kaus.
The owner shares some background history about the painting, and Rick has quite a few concerns about it. Let's find out what happens next.
Well, it's definitely old, I'll tell you that. Also in really, really bad shape. My big concern is we have brackets here that say 1885.
Rick asks owner how much he's looking to get out of it.
Possibly we worth $100,000 on $50,000.
As expected, Rick invites his expert to get its exact worth.
From what I know of the artist, the Chippewa tribe were around the area that he grew up. Did you do anything to authenticate it?
Expert asks some leading questions to owner about the painting. Then Rick also asks how much its repair cost.
How much would it cost to repair this?
$5,000.
If it was restored, what do you think it would be worth?
Maybe a $20,000 piece.
Rick listens to the expert's advice and realizes there's no profit in that painting.
I know you wanted 50 grand for it, but I just don't see a deal happening here.
Unfortunately, no deal was made. Let's move to next deal. A man brings Savage revolver to pawn shop, so Rick calls Alex to help him out to get more information about it.
Revolving pistol. It looks like something that was built during the Civil War as an Army contract, maybe. So I've called in Alex. He'll actually know what he's talking about.
Rick said that he didn't know anything at all about the revolver, so the expert explained the history of the revolver to him.
I know absolutely nothing about this. It's Civil War-ish.
It's a pretty good guess. It's a Savage and North figure-8 revolver.
The expert gives a demo showing how this revolver actually works, and it looks pretty interesting.
When you pull the ring trigger back, it cocks it, and you get a much faster rate of fire. This, the very first model, second variation.
Expert Alex carefully removes the revolver's grip and checks both the serial number and the model number.
You can see there's a serial number 29, so that's a good thing. It's a really nice, rare gun.
Expert asks owner how much he wants for it.
How much are you asking for it?
$10,000.
We should do to try to fire it, and if it can function in the range.
According to the expert, the price of this revolver depends on how well it performs when fired. So, the expert takes it to the shooting range for testing.
And here we go. That's one. That's indexing okay.
As we can see, the revolver is working perfectly and it's in good shape. Rick and the owner both look really happy after seeing that. So Rick asks the owner how much he wants for it.
What do you want?
Have it 7.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you 4,100 bucks.
4,100 today?
Today?
Yeah?
4,100?
Right, let's do it. All right.
And finally, the deal wraps up at $4,100. Let's move to next deal. In this episode, a man brings meteorite to pawn shop. Let's see what happened next.
I have a meteorite. It's been in the family for a while, a gift from the gods. I'm hoping he's going to see the true value of this.
Rick really likes the meteorite and asks a few valuable questions to the owner.
This is very cool. Meteorites are really, really neat. You can really nerd out on them. If they weren't there, we probably wouldn't exist because we'd be hit by meteorites all the time.
Rick asks owner how much he's looking to get out of it.
Did you have an idea what you wanted for it?
$24,000.
Okay.
As expected, Rick calls an expert to get better advice about the meteorites.
Oh, this is a piece of iron that's coming into the earth at up to 100,000 miles an hour. It melts and it forms all these wonderful little depressions.
The expert shares a lot of useful information about meteorites, and then he uses a machine to examine it.
I guess this comes from Argentina. This guy is from 89% iron, 10% nickel. So
The expert first checks the meteorite's purity. Then he measures its weight to estimate its value.
Cool.
19.7 kilograms.
Okay. Thanks, man.
My pleasure.
Okay.
After calculating the meteorite's weight, the negotiation started.
I'll give you 5 grand.
How about 7?
I'll give you the 7 grand. Okay.
And finally, the deal ends on $7,000. Let's move to next deal. In this episode, Rick is in New York to visit one of the most historic documents. Let's see what happened next.
I'm here in New York to take a look at one of the most historical documents on the planet.
Finally, Rick arrives at the location. Then owner shares past history and other valuable information about the item.
This is an extremely rare July 1776 printing of the Declaration of Independence.
Owner tells Rick that this stuff is ancient, and it's from July 1776, which increases its worth.
What's really cool about this one, you can actually see the pinholes here in the corners.
Owner shows pinholes to Rick, which shows that this stuff was publicly available to everyone, but Rick looks disagree with the owner opinion.
We're never, ever meant to be saved.
Rick finally asks owner how much he's looking to get out of it.
How much are you looking for this?
It's in exceptional condition at $2 million.
I just want a document expert to look at it.
Owner wants $2 million for this stuff, but Rick is not sure about its exact worth, so he calls an expert to estimate its worth.
We'd have to take this out of the frame to authenticate it, but I've actually seen this exact copy before.
Expert says that he sees similar stuff like this before, but to authenticate it, he need to take off its frame so he can check it better.
Compare this to all of the known copies. There are the nail holes from back then, which are not very consistent.
Owner tells lots of valuable information about the item and also tells that this stuff is fully handmade. So Rick asks how much it's worth.
What's it worth?
I think this could go for $2 million at auction now.
Expert confirms that this item worth could be $2 million. So the negotiation started between Rick and owner.
I would sell it to you for $1.5 million.
I'll meet you in the middle. 1.45. I think that's fair.
I think we got a deal.
Oh my goodness.
And finally, after some negotiation, the deal ends on $1.45 million. Rick looks happy after that deal. Let's move to the next
Thanks again,
deal.
Ben.
Yeah,
In
no,
this
it's been a
episode,
pleasure.
a customer brings half Disney coin and Liberta's Americana medal to pawn shop.
One is the half Disney, the other is the Libertas.
Rick, an owner, discusses about its past history and the rarity of the coin.
Half Disney could be considered the first American coin.
Very rare piece.
This is absolutely great. Benjamin Franklin had this commissioned in France, right?
Yes.
Rick, an owner, discusses about the item, and Rick also asks some leading questions to owner about the coin.
You know, the baby is the United States, right?
Right. And the lion is England.
This lady right here is France?
That's correct.
That's super cool.
After lots of discussion, finally Rick asks owner how much he wants for it.
How much?
For the Libertas, $200,000. For the half Disney, I'm looking for $600,000.
After hearing the price, Rick decides to authenticate this item with expert, so he calls an expert.
So they made these in copper, silver, and they actually made a couple gold, but those were lost in the French Revolution.
What do you think they would go for?
Without any hesitation, Rick asks expert how much it's worth in today's market.
1792 half Disney. The right buyer would probably bring $500,000 to $600,000. The Libertas Americana, $200,000 would be about right.
Well, thanks, man.
Expert estimates both of the item worth. Let's see what happened next.
Half Disney, if I was to buy it and then I couldn't sell it, put a financial burden on me. So I'm going to pass on this one.
Rick passed half Disney coin because he thinks that after purchasing it could make financial burden on him.
This one, $140,000.
You have to make some money. I understand this. I can see, how about $180,000?
Rick offers owner $140,000, but owner wants more. Let's see where the negotiation ends.
Give you $150,000.
You couldn't do $160,000.
I will go $150,000.
It's a deal.
Finally, the deal ends on $150,000. Rick looks happy after that deal. Let's move to next deal. In this episode, a man brings King Morgan dollar coins to pawn shop.
I have the king of kings of Morgan dollars. This is one of 880 originally minted proof coins.
Rick and owner discuss about this rare antique coin. Owner shares some past history and lots of valuable information about the item.
Can't stress enough how rare this is.
It is so rare that virtually no one has it in their Morgan dollar collection.
Rick asks owner how much he's looking to get out of it.
What were you looking to get out of it?
$100,000.
Owner wants $100,000 for it, but Rick decides to call an expert so he can give better advice.
I think only 880 were made, and about half that are still in existence. Still a very rare coin.
I'm asking $100,000.
Owner tells expert that he wants $100,000 for it, but expert estimates its price around $50,000. So Rick started negotiation after hearing that price.
Hey, if you want 40 grand for it, I'll give you 40 grand.
That's a great offer. I'm going to have to stick to my...
Maybe you can sell it in 20 years.
Rick offers him $40,000 for it, but owner refuses to take this, so no deal was made. That's for today. I hope you liked this episode. See you soon in next video. Till then, watch this 2 amazing Pawn Stars video. Peace out.